Hello everyone, Dr. Victoria Skirbo here. Excuse me, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. I had a request to do a card reading on Gavin Newsome. He is going to be up for a recall election on the 14th of September. And I'm going to do a card reading and let's see what comes up for Gavin. He is the 40th governor of the state of California, and he has been in office since 2019. So just in time for COVID. Lucky guy, right? Okay, let's see Gavin Newsome and his recall election. Gavin Newsome and his recall election. Pretty serious reading. I'm going to use the Thoth Deck. Somebody asked me, oops, where am I? Oh no, you've lost me. Terrible, right? Oh, almost had me again. Sorry, guys. I know this is annoying. Well, there's my face, but I'm a little close. All right, I'll just lean in. Oh, that didn't help, did it? Okay, there we go. Sorry, I know the lighting is terrible, but I am in the midst of still purging a lot of stuff in my house and trying to find a good spot that's not too hot is difficult. And I'm actually underneath a fan here. So while you may not be able to see my face all that well, I can actually sit here and stand it. So my apologies. All right. All right, let's see, Mr. Gavin. So this is his immediate environment. This is the Five of Swords. No, it doesn't mean he's going to lose. First one that comes up is defeat. That's the question, right? Will he be defeated? But what this says to me is that there are unfair tactics around this. So the energy is that he is perhaps being attacked unfairly, or that the people who are trying to get him out are using unfair tactics. That's what this says to me. Let's see the challenge. Power. So he has powerful money backing him. I believe he is backed by what is that? Pacific Gas. I'm sorry, I don't know that. Actually the guys who are responsible for the money of the fires. So there is, as this is how I understand it anyway. I could be wrong about it, but I have heard that about him. Let's see what's at the root of this. The Hermit. There are things that are hidden here. The Hermit is somebody who does, in this deck especially, does not want to show their face, but wants to shine the light. Shine the light. Let's see. See what's in the past. We have the Princess of Swords. This is whispers. This is a spy in the camp kind of energy. But I believe that this is also people were just dissatisfied with the way that he was handling the COVID situation. But I'm not actually sure that he could have done a better job. I mean, I'm sure he could have done. I mean, everybody can do a better job, right? But I don't think that what he did was particularly onerous. Thank you. But I think there's just, it's a bad situation. And so we're coming out of a bad situation here. Let's see what's in the sky. We have the Knight of Cups. So this is messages, good news messages. There's an idealism about this. Okay, let's see what's the immediate future. He's worried. He's worried. The economy is an issue. How it's seen from the outside. Strife, well, that makes sense. If it's a recall, nobody's going to be happy. Domestic issue, we have temperance, we have balance, we have healing. But this really is a trial by fire for him. See the hopes and fears. This is the Seven of Cups in this deck is debauchery, but it's also illusion and delusion. And this card always is associated to me with Donald Trump. So perhaps the illusion and delusion of the Republicans. They're hoping. And of course, he could be hoping that, or fearing that the delusion will happen. Like, whether it's true or not, it doesn't seem to make any difference, right? So they could be saying stuff about him that's absolutely untrue. And people could vote on that. And we have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords. So to me, this is a victory card. But it's very fraught. He's very, there's just a lot of instability here. And there's, I feel like this is a power play by the Republicans. Let's see if we can pick a major arcana. Nope. We have the Prince of Wands underneath, the Ace of Wands, and the Fool. Personally, I think he is not going to be defeated. That's what these cards look like to me. And there are people in the background that are protecting, perhaps. I think this recall election is going to affect California negatively financially as well, whether it's the instability or I mean, California is, there's a huge homeless population. Climate change, it's ground zero for climate change, really, in the U.S. And it also has a giant economy, a lot of which is agricultural. And with the changes in the environment and droughts and the like, it's really a perfect microcosm of everything that can go wrong is going wrong to a certain extent in California. Even the immigrant, even the border issue, because of course California is on border to Mexico, so even that issue is a problem. I did look at his astrology, and I'm actually I may do maybe a Kabbalah, numerology, astrology on Gavin Newsome this weekend. I'll see if I can pull that together for you guys. But he, on the day of the, first of all, he has a Virgo ascendant. He is a Libra with a Virgo ascendant, and he has Pluto right on the ascendant. And the day of the recount, the sun sits on Pluto, and the sun will illuminate his power as an individual. He does have Neptune in opposition. I almost feel like the opposition, they're playing up the opposition more than he actually has opposition. I think there's a little smoke and mirrors there. It could be as a way to make more money for the Republicans. I don't know. That seems to be a thing that they do. Well, I think that's probably a thing we all do, right? I mean, Republicans, Democrats, it all comes down to how much money. We need publicly funded elections, guys. We need to get the money out of politics. And, you know, that's a reading for another day. But I think he's going to make it. I think he's going to retain his power. And in that retention of power, there's going to be almost like a whole new, he's going to have a whole new way of approaching his job. And then we also have the emperor there. So I think maybe he'll try harder and be a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Wise about how he governs. Okay, guys, I hope that's helpful for you guys. And like and subscribe. And, you know, if you have questions, specific questions that you want answered, if I can do it, I will do it. This was a request by my viewer. So the other thing that I want to say is vote. Go out and vote, right? Go, Democrats, vote. You know, there may be a different, there may be somebody else who's a little bit more to your liking, but if a Republican gets in there, you're going to have some problems. And I will, if you haven't seen, I mean, you probably have, because I'm sure everybody who watches me watches Cash Peters. But not everybody that watches Cash Peters watches me. That I know. But he did see, well, he doesn't predict. He doesn't predict. But Newsom was going to have challenges, but it seemed like at the end of it, Newsom seemed okay. And I have to believe that Newsom seemed okay because he didn't lose. So, all right, guys. Much love. Namaste.